If you're tired of the standard business and marketing fundamentals, frameworks, and funnels, you need a little mischief. Get ready to turn up the volume on the CEO Mischief Maker podcast, where you access conversations with seasoned business owners who have smashed through mindset barriers, innovated the standard boring business and marketing playbooks, and executed future-paced strategies with bleeding-edge tools and tactics to micro-fail their way into massive success and growth. We are Mindset Impact Strategic Catalysts helping innovative entrepreneurs focus. We are CEO Mischief Makers. Ready to make a little mischief? Welcome back to the conversation, CEO Mischief Makers, and welcome my incredible guest. I'm telling you off mic here, I just had some major mind-blowing thoughts based on what Joeri had spoken about in our last conversation. So if you haven't listened to my first two conversations with my incredible guest, Joeri Billast, please go back and listen to the first two, because it is going to set you up with what we're going to talk about today, which is the actual actions, the actual implementation of Web3 and some of these concepts we've been talking about. So first off, welcome back to the conversation, Joeri. I'm so very excited that you're here. Let's dive into this. Let's talk about what is your actual strategy and what tactics are you using to help entrepreneurs use this new intersection of technology, finance, and marketing, which is Web3?
Yeah, thanks for the question. Yeah, Web3 is like, an umbrella term, of course. If you ask me, then first things that I did myself and that I also learned from others that I was speaking to is using NFTs, so non-fungible tokens or digital collectibles, if you want, to use these and not just, to sell them like art. No, really the utility behind an NFT is what matters to me. I also, when I dove into Web3, I bought a few NFTs, but not for the, let's say the JPEG or the image, but for the utility. Like I have a ticket for Joe Polizzi's event, which is an NFT. I had, a token which was for the rally community that Mark Schaefer had. I have had an NFT because I was present at the Crypto Business Conference and people could link benefits to that. So what I did myself, we already talked last time about my survey and the NFTs. So actually I've created myself 4 NFTs. The first NFT was with a password. And actually the idea behind it was to know who are really the great fans of my podcasts. So you could only buy the NFT if you listen to the show and if you know the password that I mentioned during the episode. So I said, okay, this is my first NFT. You can get it and you will have perks. You can be on a Zoom meeting with me. And so the founder of the platform that I'm using, which is Uncut, and we will discuss strategies, how you can do this. That's one of the perks, but also you will know the guest. You can suggest questions. So a lot of benefits linked to this first NFT. And then I said, okay, this is with the password. The second NFT should be like, instead of $25, let's $2 or $3 that people could buy to just enter the community, to be part of the community. And so the one who is buying the NFT gets like a digital collectible. He gets to show that he's in my community. And I know who are the people that are raising their hand because I ask for their email address so I can connect with them. They can be my community. I can discuss with them. And then the third NFT was the survey, which I did. Like, you got it. You get NFT if you participate in the survey. And then the last NFT was you can buy this NFT and then you get the results of the survey. And what's interesting is that I just tell to people, get the NFT, and then once you have the NFT and you connect with your wallet, the wallet sees, on the website, you have the NFT, so you get access to the server results. So people could buy it. And then also, people that missed the opportunity, that participated in the survey, but missed it because, you know, they were not really into Web3 and were a bit scared or didn't not really know how it worked. I said, you know what, I drop you an NFT, I help you. You create your wallet on the spot and I help you. So this were different reasons, different utilities, different stories around these 4 NFTs, which made me learn and which I helped others to get, like you, get their first NFT in that way. So this is for me important when you look at NFTs. What is the utility or what are the advantages or the perks that you get? That's one side of Web3. I could also talk about the metaverse if you want.
Yeah, let's unpack that a little bit more though, first talking about NFTs, because I got to tell you, there's probably a lot of people listening that are like, yeah, I heard about that, of course, before the big crash that we just experienced in coins and some of these companies that just happened within the last, say, 6-8 months. Before that, there was a lot of buzz around NFTs and a lot of progress being made, and many people talking about it, but they were still thinking of NFTs, non-fungible tokens. And look up that word if you don't know what it is. We don't have the purpose in this show to actually educate a lot about some of these terms, but they think that NFTs are just images, that it's just a JPEG. And I'm telling you, I have 2 sons, 21 and 24, and they both think that about NFTs. They just think it's a picture. It's just an image. You can just go and right click and save it. I'm like, no, that's not. That's not an NFT. It is. It's not just about the image. It can be. People can just sell an NFT as an image, but you know, you still own it as a non-fungible token. But we're talking about an NFT for entrepreneurs and marketing that is actually that actually has utility. So when you talk about utility, it actually has a purpose behind it other than the image that represents it. That's the difference. The utility behind the image that is represented. And there is a utility. It is something very specific that you get. You can do community events. You can have people in a community that get certain perks to get on Zoom calls with the influencer that is selling this NFT, or to attend certain events or get certain trainings. All these things are actually the value that NFT brings. And that is way more important than just this new thing called an NFT and it's an image. Right? I mean, that really, we have to make that distinction because many people still think an NFT is just an image.
Yeah, you could see it even larger. Instead of an image, you can also, there is a smart contract linked to this NFT. It's like a contract actually, because there is logic in it. So it's an image what you see, but you can also see it as a ticket, like an entrance ticket or a ticket that gives certain perks or certain advantages.
Yeah. And I've even gotten to a point where there was an NFT I was thinking of that was for moms who have a brand new baby. And each year the NFT updates with the new image of the baby as the baby grows. And with some of maybe this is like your digital baby book, right? So the utility is you upload images to this NFT of your child. It is your NFT, very specific smart contract that is representative of your child's growth. I mean, what an incredible value to a mother to have this kind of digital contract, smart contract that actually updates as your child changes and grows. I really, that's amazing. If someone's going to do that, please let me know. But that's really an amazing value of an NFT. So now let's talk, unless you have something more about that, you can totally respond. But let's talk about metaverse, because that's one that I still have not jumped into. I know the Rise community has had many meetings in the metaverse, and there's always been a situation where I've had to be on another call or traveling or doing something else during the time that we're in the metaverse. And I swear, I cannot wait for the time that I can actually participate in this metaverse party, so to speak. So tell us a little bit more about, you know, the strategy and tactics of the metaverse and how we can actually use this.
Yeah, there are a lot of possibilities, of course. Metaverse is a virtual world, if you want, where the physical world and the virtual world, it's really on the margin. They come together, they are mingling, in fact. So you are in these worlds with your avatar, which can have your own face or a face that you create. So your avatar, And so you are seeing yourself with others in rooms. You can use your VR glasses when it's really like, it's like you're realizing that you're stepping on someone's toes and you are close to each other. It can be really awkward, but it can really be fun, and it's really like immersive. But you can also use your laptop and be there. And what did we do with the RISE community? So I organized together with the team that we now have a number of TED Talks, mini meta talks, we call them, where people could give a presentation during 5 minutes and everyone could ask questions. And we were just changing spaces, changing rooms all the time to make it dynamic. So that was one of the things. An AI art exhibition where, there were different categories and people could vote on the best art and just put a post-it on the art they liked the most. And then we voted on that. So it's really a community from people that are from all over the world that connect in the metaverse. And if you ask Mark, for him, it would probably be the thing that he values the most, that is the most specific, that has the most value that we are doing at this moment with the RISE community, are these metaverse events. But there are so many other options that you can do, like, for instance, teaching, education in the metaverse, like just education to make it a bit more, immersive. But also, if you want to do stuff that's dangerous in real life, you can put people together in a virtual room and they can learn how to do, for surgeons, for instance, they can learn it in the metaverse. Or another, what I like as an example is in the real estate space, if you sell apartments and people can visit apartments before they are built. If you want to buy a kitchen, you can see your kitchen in your house or in your apartment already before, it's there. So you see what is the kitchen that best fits. So there are so many opportunities, even fashion. I had people on my podcast talking about fashion. Fashion is really big in the metaverse. People now are selling or buying clothes, digital clothes, to wear them on your avatar. And then we have another concept, which is digital twins, that you have like shoes in the metaverse, but you also have them in real life. So there are so many opportunities. And for a lot of people, it's like, what is this new thing? They are really looking with eyes like, what are you talking about? And this is, I mentioned it in the last episode that we did. If I organize this with people from the US, where often new technologies are more, you guys are a bit more further adapted first, and then it goes to the rest of the world. So if I talk to people in Belgium, there was an IT, an IT organization that asks me, can we do stuff in the metaverse? And I said, yeah. I showed them some pictures from our RISE events, which everyone is excited about there in the marketers community. But those guys are saying, ITers, that's not going to work for us. So they were still looking at it from, let's say, Web 2 perspective. Yeah, not ready to do this. But also those were the guys that I needed to give a social media training, if you want. So
yes,
they are not the early adopters. And so it really depends on in which community that you are. And see how you can bring value.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
We see with my kids also, they're already buying skins,
Oh, yeah.
in those games. So it is coming.
Yeah. And my kids did too. They were, when they were first doing the video games, on their PS2 and PS3 a long time ago, right? They would buy skins, they would participate in those things. And so they understand it from that perspective. But as an adult, thinking of the utility of a skin, right? It's the same concept. That skin came with certain privileges. You got a new vehicle that you could drive, or a new weapon you could use, or something like that. Whereas in the real world, so to speak, when we bring Web3 and NFTs and the metaverse into this, we have to have something. And I think this is where the disconnect happens with most people, is they look at these two worlds as mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
So you're in a metaverse and everything's happening virtually, but there's no value that has in my real world. No money that it can bring me, no experience it can bring me, or anything like that, when that really is not true. You can combine those two worlds and have a virtual opportunity and a real world consequence or utility or value. And that's really, I think, where our education needs to be focused, is to help people understand, yes, this is cool. Yes, this is fun. And then they're going to look at it and go, yeah, so what? What am I going to do with that? I'm not going to spend my life in the virtual world. We have to then educate them and bridge that gap, bridge between, yeah, this is cool, but here's actually what you can do and how you can provide value in the real world with it. And so how can we do that? How can we as entrepreneurs take a little baby step into this world and see that kind of value?
To see it as a very, I thought you were going to ask for us to teach them. I think that's by using simple words, not using the NFT words or the metaverse, but using words like collectibles and digital worlds. That's already closer to what that they know. How can we learn as entrepreneurs? Yeah, that just, first thing is, like, most of the people don't have a digital wallet yet. So first I would say just, get yourself a MetaMask account and get some NFTs for free. And perhaps also an important tip is get your digital identity. It's like, we have these Web3 domain names. You have Web2 domain names. If you're early, you get a good domain name. The same thing will happen with Web3 domain names. My Web3 domain name is joeri.nft. So there will no one else that has this one. This is my digital identity. Yeah. So yes, I would say get yourself a wallet, get perhaps an NFT, have a look in the metaverse, and look for your digital identity.
Okay, hold on. If your mindset was shifted, you were inspired to innovate, and you were spurred into action, don't just move on with your day. Focus, my friend, and take a few minutes to visit CEOmischiefmaker.com to learn more about the value that was shared with you today. Please act now and create some CEO mischief of your own.